What is going on, everybody? Rider with Will here, and I wanted to update all of you guys on some plans I have in mind. Part of the reason I am making this video is, well, it's winter, and I need to keep uploading videos at a constant pace. And unfortunately, there is not many places to ride until I get my snow bike, unless I feel like riding in 6 foot of snow. But I do plan on getting a snow bike sometime in the near future, but probably won't be this year. But before anything, go ahead and leave your thoughts and opinions on what I should do with either the DRZ400, the 701 Enduro, or the CB500X. So right now I'm in the garage right now. That's the DRZ400 back here. I kind of have it, I'm slowly starting to take it apart. Right now the throttle is not really working as it's supposed to. The cable actually ended up snapping, so once it warms up, I'm actually going to buy a kerosene heater to heat up the garage, because right now it's like 20 degrees in here. It's actually pretty cold. So right now, I don't know if you guys can see that. This is the throttle body and the throttle cable and all that stuff. Actually, I believe the return cable snapped right off, so I have to disassemble all this stuff over here. And I'm gonna have to run the cable, I might have to take off the tank and all that stuff. I'm planning to actually re-gear this guy at I'm gonna try out a 1350. Now I remember when I drove with this guy, if I remember correctly, this DRZ400, even at a 1348, it felt like it was a little bit more snappy than my Beta 350 RR. So I'm gonna gear it to a 1350, see how that does. Maybe add a JD jet kit as well. Now let's go on to the 701. The Husqvarna 701. I actually plan on doing a few things to it. I'm kind of wondering, like, I'm starting to get into like overlanding and stuff like that. I want to build my truck up, put a lift and all that, and put a tent and explore different states. And I think this 701 might be perfect. So I think I'm going to add knobbies to this guy. And I think I'm going to put a lowering link. I know I'm pretty tall as well, but I think once I start getting into like the nasty stuff, if I do need to put my foot down to hold the weight, because the weight on the rear, to be honest, I don't like the weight on the rear too much, or how the weight is distributed when I need to like lean over and balance the bike. I think it's gonna be great if I just lower it a little bit. And I'm a pretty big guy too, so me leaning it over and trying to get that balance point, that's the only bad thing I have about the 701. But here's the DRZ400. Check out this sprocket, the spark. Alright, so I did say the winner would be on the 6th video. So in order to win this prize, which is a Tusk rear fender bag, comment me your email address on the next video. Not particular this one, but the next one. But you also need to comment the previous 6 videos. I'll let this one get away though, since I'm a pretty small YouTuber. But on bigger prizes, on the upcoming giveaways, when I reach those bigger subscribes and stuff, like 5,000, 10,000 and stuff, I'll probably require a little bit more. But once you comment me your email address, I'll delete that comment, for your protection and all that stuff. And you can send me your shipping address for your free Tusk bag once I email you. So congratulations, the winner is a white guy 24. The sprocket is actually a 38 and it looks tiny. And I can't believe the DRZ400, this was like the very first bike I actually technically learned on. I mean, it was the KLX250, but I can't remember the reason. I started taking the DRZ400 in the beginning a lot more often. I think it's because I like the power. And now I have obviously the 2-stroke, my TE250i, which, believe it or not, now I'm actually craving a little bit more power because I'm hitting full throttle and pinning it quite often. And don't forget, a lot of my videos are actually delayed too, so whatever you're seeing now, it's probably like 3 months behind. So all that time in between them, my skills are actually increasing as well. And the best is actually my CB500x. Now, this guy over here, he's actually like really comfortable on the road. And honestly, I mean, I know it has 17-inch wheels and stuff. I'm thinking about getting the Tenere 700 as well. But right now, I might change out the tires. I got some new tires over here that I plan on changing, because this guy is mostly for very light trails, dirt roads. Knowing me, I might try to take it on Tin Cup Pass or something, because I'm crazy like that. And I don't know. There's a lot of things I need to do, and the KLX250 is another one I wanted to talk about. Once the winter is over and things starts warming up, I want to take it a lot more on single track, but I want to re-gear it to a 13. I want to see if I can find a 1353. If you guys know a website for the sprocket, a 13, especially a 53 in the rear. I already have a 13 now, but a 53 in the rear. Go ahead and leave the comments below. Any opinions you have on the bikes and what I should do, the rebuilds or whatever, leave it in the comments, the descriptions, whatever. So things I plan on doing in the coming future, I figured I can share some updates with you guys. So as far as the DRZ400 goes, I'm possibly going with a 1350 or a 1348 gearing with some kind of dual sport knobbies that do decent for trail hopping, and would like to test its power on the 14,000 feet elevation passes and trails. So for the KLX250, I plan on adding a 1353. I already have a 1350. And I want to take it back to a 14,000 feet elevation pass again, because last time it struggled pretty bad trying to go over some of the passes, and see if that new gearing helps out somewhat. And down the road, I actually plan on doing some big bores and a full exhaust system. The CB500x will most likely just get a tire change. I will leave that one completely stock. The 701 will most likely get everything stripped, like the bags, the saddlebags, except the rear rack. I really like that. And I will most likely put on the MX216s in the front and a good solid long-lasting knobby in the rear. I also plan on changing out the rear exhaust to help with the weight on the left side. See, you know, if I try to balance the 701 on some weird obstacles or something, maybe that would help a little bit, as long as, and possibly shortening the height as well. Anyhow, thank you for watching this video. That's just some little light updates. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell button so you guys can continue watching my updates and how I do on the trails as well. And I'll catch you guys on my next video.